Hi there. So my name is Susan Rancourt and I'm one of the co-owners for Road Races. And today we're going to give you a little course preview for the Newport road races that are coming up. We're going to go through a Google map that will show you all the parking locations, all the aid stations where the mile markers are, and we'll share a link to this Google map so that you can go through and access it yourself later and kind of get a better idea where you're going to be heading and where everything is located. But we'll give you some tips and tricks as we go along. And if you have any questions afterwards, please feel free to reach out to us. We're always happy to help. Just reach out to info@roadraces.us, and we look forward to hosting you on the 15th.
We'll share this link in the directions of the, in the comments of the video. But you can see here's our entire map that's on Google Maps, and it shows our various shuttle locations, the mile markers, the aid stations, and where some of our course marshals will be. So you can see all that kind of over here. And so to start, we'll show you where the parking locations are. So the half marathon parking location is here, and that is at the at the John Clark Industrial Park. And you can see that there's going to be a shuttle picking you up right here. So you're going to access it either from John Clark if you're coming this way, or up this way for John Clark. So that's our half marathon parking. And our full marathon and 5K is over at Second Beach. And you can access that from Hanging Rock Road here or from Paradise Ave. And it's a big parking lot. You won't be able to miss it. Shuttle stop is right there. And then the shuttle will drop you off at Easton's Beach. So just past the rotunda. And the reason for that is because we are going to block off access to the start here. So the buses need to kind of get back out onto Memorial Boulevard and get back to make their rounds. So we always recommend that you leave plenty of time for the shuttles. As the race gets a little bit closer, it does get very busy, very crowded. So save yourself some time and some stress and get there early and arrive to the start and finish as close as possible. So here is the start of the race. It's right on Memorial Boulevard. You won't be able to miss it. And all of our porta potties and our race festival will all be in this parking lot here with the finish line. So gear check will be here. Our registration will be here. But what we vehemently ask is that as you approach the start, please use these roads, these access roads to get there. Do not climb over there's dunes there. Do not climb over these grassy parts to get onto Memorial Boulevard. They are a delicate ecosystem, and anybody found walking on these, it threatens our permit. That's essentially what it comes down to. So please use the roads to access Memorial Boulevard, and please tell your friends and families and spectators not to stand on these dunes and take pictures. On the sidewalks, fine, but do not stand on these grassy things that are here. So our start here on Memorial Boulevard, we close this road for the start, and it is a little bit of a hill right here that you're going to run up, but you're going to have so much adrenaline, you're not even going to know. Most of the pictures that you see are from this shot right here. So it's really this nice gradual uphill up Memorial Boulevard, and then we're going to take a left turn onto Annandale. So Annandale is not closed. So we do ask that you stick to one side of the road. There are residents that live along these roads that do need to access their house. So we're going to come down Annandale. It is a very rural neighborhood. And you're just going to come right down Annandale. They do have some beautiful homes. And right here is kind of like the start of the Salve campus. Salve is the local college. But we're going to access that at the end of the race. So you're going to come down Annandale, and then you're going to take a right onto Narragansett. Narragansett crosses Bellevue, which is this famous road where I'm sure most people are familiar with Bellevue Ave in Newport. There will be a police officer here to help assist you. Then you're going to go down. This is a nice downhill. And again, you're getting into residential area here, so it does get, there are cars on the road parked, but just be aware that it does get a little narrow down here. And then you're going to take a right past Spencer Park, and then you're going to take a left onto Wellington, and there's going to be an aid station right here on Wellington. And so Wellington this is one of my favorite parts of the course. You have there's a ball field here, a baseball field, and you have this great view of the harbor right here. And this is nice and wide. There's a Kings Park, which is here with a Rochambeau statue. and just a beautiful location. So take a minute, look to your right, take a breath now that you're about 2 miles in, um, and just really enjoy what is about to become the most beautiful part of Newport. So we have a slight incline up Halidon. It stretches out a little bit here. It's a lot more rural, so you'll see like there's not a lot of buildings here. Nice, beautiful, wide road, very pretty. You're just gonna wind along this a little bit here, to Beacon, to Harrison. This is the drive in Newport. So when you start doing the Ocean Drive and you're driving around, this is really where most people are. It's very friendly for bikes and for runners, nice wide lanes, and you're going to cruise right through here. There's going to be a course marshal here. They're going to direct you into Fort Getty, and Fort Getty is home to Sail Newport. There's another like beautiful view of the harbor that's kind of right here. We're going to run around this little circle in Fort Adams, and then we do run around this parking lot. And I know a lot of people are like, well, why? And we need to have exactly 13.1 or 26.2 miles, and sometimes that means making these weird turns to get to the exact mileage that you need to get to that distance. And there's going to be an aid station right here, so you hit it on the way out and on the way back. This is mile 4 right here. So then we come out Fort Adams past the cannons. We take another right onto Harrison, and we do this nice run along Harrison to Ridge, and then Ridge will follow you like past these beautiful homes, and we're going to go past the Coast Guard house, and then we're going to hit Castle Hill for just a short period of time. You'll see lots of daffodils out in this area. Very pretty drive, very pretty run. Feel free to take some some pictures with the daffodils. And then we kind of transition into Ocean Drive. So now you'll see that Ocean Drive is just this huge views of sweeping ocean vistas. This is the most beautiful part of the course right here. This is mile 6. We see lots of people taking their selfie shots out here. Totally understandable. It is just a gorgeous part. So this mile 6 here is we're going to be along the water for a little bit. Aid station right there. So we're going to keep going past kite festivals and Breton Point, which is right out here. All this is just absolutely gorgeous. So enjoy it, nice and flat. Mile 7 is right there. It tends to be a little windy depending which way the wind direction is coming, so you might want to prepare for that because you are really exposed to the water out here. You're going to go past Kings Beach, and we're just really following Ocean Ave. And we start to get into the big, beautiful mansions that are kind of out here. You run past like Jay Leno's house. And if you look left and right, you'll just be awestruck by some of these incredible mansions that are kind of out in this area. So there are some, we call them rollers. I like to think that they're very interesting. They help keep the course not just super flat, but makes it interesting. Gives your legs a little break from just a constant flat. But they're not bad hills at all. They're nice, like sweeping turns. Just we ask that you do stay inside the cone lane, especially if it's a nice day, because it is a very popular driving route. There are a lot of people out looking. So stay inside the cone lanes. This is mile 8 right here. This is another aid station. I will say this is my favorite spot on the course. If you take a peek going this way, it's just like cute little rocks and nice little houses. I love this spot right here. This is my favorite, the Green Bridge. So we're going to keep going down here. And again, nice like rollers, beautiful homes, lots of things to look at while you're running. Enjoy it. I know it's a race, but take some time to kind of look around, look left, look right. Don't just look forward. This is Hazard Beach and Gooseberry Beach, so little private clubs that we have here. And again, little incline right here up through mile 9. Not too bad. And then you're going to keep kind of coming around here. Bailey's Beach, and this is kind of where the end of the cliff walk, if you do the cliff walk at some point, the end of Cliff Rock is Bailey Beach. Another aid station right here. Another beach, of course. And then we're just going to take like these, a quick right here and then a left, and now you're going to be on Bellevue. So Bellevue is just, it continues around this way, and this is where you start to run into the famous mansions. So Rough Point and Marble House and Belcourt and all those ones that you read about. So this is Bellevue. Again, it can be it's a road. I mean, it's a neighborhood just for very famous houses. But try to stick inside the cone lanes, super flat, so you don't have to worry about any hills. This is all very, very flat right through here. Rosecliff, and we're going to follow, and we passed mile 10 back there. Sorry about that. And then you're going to take a right onto Ruggles, and there will be a police office here and a course marshal, but just keep in mind that you're going to take a right onto Ruggles. A little bit of a downhill so that you get to, I'm sorry, a little bit of an uphill to mile 11. So it goes up just a bit, down a little bit, and then you're going to come down Ruggles, and then you're going to take a right onto Ochre Point. So Ochre Point is really pretty much the Salve campus, Salve Regina. Here's the breakers, which I'm sure everybody's familiar with that name. But you're going to run kind of right through the Salve campus, which is all this area that's right through here. They have a beautiful campus. So again, look left, look right, really enjoy it. There is an aid station right here that will help you. You're going to get to the end of Salve, quick left onto Narragansett, then you're going to go back onto Annandale, and you're just going to run the exact way that you came out. So again, can be, this is a rural residential neighborhood. Try and stay to the right of the road. You're going to take a right down Memorial, nice, beautiful downhill run right here. And you're going to be able to see the rotunda and the carousel as you come down the hill. You do have to take this right into the parking lot. So there is going to be signs all along here, but just be aware you're not running straight down Easton's or Memorial Boulevard. Take a right into the west parking lot. You'll see cones and everything all set up, and you're going to follow the cone path through the parking lot, past the carousel and the rotunda. This is mile 13 right here, and we'll have your chute here. So what will happen is if you're running the half marathon, you're going to go right to the finish. If you're running the full marathon, you're going to stick to the right, and you're going to run around the finish area, past this aid station, out the parking lot, and then you're going to run, this is going to be an out and back, but we're going to start running towards Middletown. We're going to come back to this, but this is mile 26. So this is another beautiful spot for daffodils. So be sure to enjoy that. We see a lot of people taking pictures here. So you're going to run through this intersection here, and you're going to go up a hill to Purgatory. Again, not a tough hill. I don't think any of these are too tough just here. And then we run down Tuckerman. Tuckerman's pretty flat. Again, lots of beautiful homes, lots of nice ocean views. This is a great neighborhood. So you're going to come right around the corner here. This is, I think we're at 14 or 15. Oh, that's 25. So we just passed 14 back there. And through Tuckerman, all pretty flat. Again, nice neighborhood that you're running through. At this intersection, it's a decent sized downhill. This is mile 15 right here. So downhill and a sharp right past, this is called Surfers End Beach. It's part of Second Beach, but this is where they get the good waves. So just be aware that on your way back, this downhill, in my opinion, is probably the worst part of the race because it is a pretty steep incline, decline. Just be prepared for that as you come back. So we're going to go Hanging Rock, which is past Surfers End Beach. There is an aid station here. So just be aware that you're going to hit this aid station 3 times. So on the way out to Portsmouth, and then on the way back, this is mile 24. So we're running on the right here. This is where the marathoners are parking here. This is Second Beach. So you're following Sachuest all the way. This is mile 16. Well, I'm sorry, this will be 16. This is going to be 17 on the way back. So we're running out towards the Norman Bird Sanctuary, out to Sachuest. There is like a turnaround here. There's a course marshal. There is going to be a timing mat out here, so make sure you run over that timing mat. So you do a little loop around the wildlife refuge. Then you come back, you hit mile 17, cute little campground right here. There's a slight incline up to the timing mat, but all this is pretty flat. So then at that aid station, you're going to loop around this triangle, and then you're going to do another out and back to Portsmouth for a few miles. So there's some incline in this area. I think, is this mile 18? Yep, mile 18. As you go past the reservoir, a little bit of an incline there. There's a stop sign here. And it does get a little rolling out here, but really nothing too bad. So we're doing like miles 19 through 23 are all going to be this out and back on this rural road. So there are some rollers out here. Um, it's a pretty road. This is the time where you're really going to need to focus on your nutrition, focus on your hydration. It's sheltered. There are, trees. You're not exposed to the wind like you are when you're down in miles 16 and 17. So that's the good part there. We are at mile 22 here, so that's on the way back. Um, so we're going to run all the way out here, and we're going to go out to the end of Portsmouth, and there is a timing mat that's kind of out here. So this course marshal should actually be out here, but there is a timing mat there. So make sure you go all the way out, hit that timing mat, and then you're going to come back. And again, we have to run through this neighborhood just to get our mileage in. So you're going to take a right onto Mohawk, a left onto James, a left onto Cornelius, and then a right back on Indian. And there's going to be an aid station here. So we do have aid stations at every other mile. All of them will have porta potties, so you don't have to worry about that. You'll be able to hit them quite a few times. And so we go out and back the same way. Again, a few rollers, enough to keep it interesting. So then when we come back to this triangle, we're going to go on the right side of the triangle. This is mile 24. And then again, we're going to cross you onto the street. So now you're facing traffic. And you're going to go up this hill here, the one we came down, this again, mile 15, but now this was mile 24. So about 24 and a half. Stick to the left side of the road here, and then you're back on Ackerman. You're going to go again around this peninsula. This is pretty flat, and then you're going to have like a little bit of a downhill finish through here. You're going to pass mile 26, which is pretty much right at the Middletown Newport town line, which is this town line right here, past these daffodils. You're going to run in our lane that we've created for you. You'll run in through the parking lot. You're going to cross here, and then you're going to run to the finish line. All of your post-race food will be here. No spectators will be allowed in past this area. Your spectators, your family, your friends will all be out here, but this is where we'll have post-race massage, and we'll have your beer tent, and awards will all be on this side of the finish line. So we hope that you enjoyed this view of the course. And if you have any questions at all about any of it, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are always happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much.